Good morning. We're going to do the IFT-3 launch for SpaceX Starship. Bringing it to you live. This is the SpaceX Starship IFT-3, the third launch of the Starship. It just launched. Let me move out of the way. If you see those ring of lights on the far left where the live is, those are engines, and the white means they're lit. Setting it up for hot staging, which is a separation of the two stages. There they go. The first stage drops off. Yeah, this booster will not be returning to the Starbase site in Boca Chica, Texas. It will be splashing down in the Gulf of Mexico. It's amazing. It's in the edge of space orbit. Oh, So what they're talking about is opening the payload door to let the Starlink satellites out to launch them. Now they don't have any payload this time, or any Starlink satellites. They're just testing the door opening. So that was successful, apparently. Awesome. It's amazing. Wow. We have a Starship in space. When they get ready to send astronauts to Mars, it can carry 100 astronauts. Their plan is every 26 months that they'll send 1,000 starships to Mars in one great wave of planetary crossing. Wow. Its current speed, the ship, is going 26,302 kilometers per hour, and it's 194 kilometers in altitude. It's in space on its coast space. So it will be landing in the Indian Ocean when all of the test objectives are met. Yeah, amazing. Wow. I'm absolutely speechless. This is the third test flight to get the Starship in space. The first test, they had issues. The two stages would not separate, so they had to add a hot stage where kind of they ignite the engines to help push the booster away. Um, it wound up that both of the ships were flight terminated. In the second flight, the hot staging did occur, but the booster, several of the engines failed and went out of control. But the ship had 6 engines burning, went on into almost the edge of space. They vented some liquid oxygen, and it got entrained and apparently went into down the side of the rocket into the engine bay and blew an engine. It wound up that was flight terminated. So now we have a complete success. Now, eventually, the idea would be for the booster, the first stage, instead of landing in the ocean and being discarded, will come back to the Boca Chica launch facility, and the launch tower, will actually catch the booster in midair and set it down onto the launch stand. And that would be the same also for the ships when they come back and return. Amazing, absolutely amazing. It's reached its final orbital altitude of 216 kilometers, apparently. Wow. Okay, I'm going to remove myself for just a moment and we'll change hats. One moment. There we go. So I got my SpaceX hat. I actually should have put this on first, but I forgot I had it. So, so, but at least I remembered. So now I got my SpaceX hat. I'm speechless. Oh, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just relishing it. You know, this is revolutionary. This this rocket system that SpaceX is has now flight proven to get into orbit. Basically, it can carry 100 to 150 metric tons of cargo, and that includes people, astronauts. It can carry up to 100 astronauts in a flight. Now, I doubt they'll carry that many initially, probably four, if I had to venture a guess, similar to what's on the Falcon. And I'm sure the ship will be, for the most part, automated. So they're to go to the moon. It's my understanding that the Starship will have to be refueled. Now, I'm a little not sure how many flights it's going to require to refuel the spacecraft. I've heard anywhere from 1 to 10. So if I had to venture a guess, 5 or 6. So you'd have to have 5 or 6 starships that would be called tankers that would fly up to the ship that's in orbit and refuel that in order to do a track to either probably the moon. I don't know if it's going to take that many starships to go to the moon, but for sure Mars. It'd have to have a full complement of fuel. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So what they're doing now, it's on its coast phase, the ship. So it will splash down in the Indian Ocean. They're going to do several tests. They're going to open the payload door, which they did already, and that will prove the functionality of the door opening so that they can launch Starlink satellites out. And it's going to look like a Pez dispenser, if you're familiar with that. So you remember the Pez dispenser where it would just push out the um, payloads, satellites. They're then going to do a refiring of the engine in orbit. So they'll fire one of the orbital engines, I'm sure, in orbit to prove out the reflight capability or the refiring or reuse capability of engines in orbit. That's a test. And then when they get ready to re-enter the atmosphere, they're going to have to prove out the TPS, the thermal protection system. So yeah, and then they're going to do the belly flop maneuver. If you're not familiar with that, I encourage you to research that. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to come down in the atmosphere like that and just kind of basically fall down into the atmosphere. And the black that you see on the Starship there, that's the thermal protection system tiles. And so it will be getting upwards from between 2,000 to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So at different points on there. The highest heating would probably have 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit as it re-enters that. Now, it will not be coming back home. It will be coming back, or it will be splashing down in the ocean. It's not, they're not going to recover it, the ship. So it'll splash down in the ocean, belly flop, and I don't even think they're going to fire the engines. I'm not aware of that. So I think they're just going to belly flop it into the ocean. It'll make a pretty good sound, break apart, you know, and then it'll sink to the ocean. Wow. So the plan for the remainder of the year is they want to do 9 flights of Starship this year. So I believe this is the first one because I think the last IFT was in November. So this will be the first one. So I would predict 8 more Starship flights. And I would call these test flights mainly until they can get it operational. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close because I actually have to go to work. Yeah. Somebody's got to work. So, anyway, I wanted to bring this special live broadcast to you. This is a huge moment. I am glad I did it. So, this was a live stream for the Starship's 3rd flight test. It's called IFT-3. Integrated flight test, and it was a complete success. So wherever you are on planet Earth, and the Starship is somewhere between Puerto Rico and India. So y'all have a wonderful day today. I'm tickled pink, and I'll see you Saturday. Don't know what we'll discuss, but it'll be great. Y'all take care, my friends. I salute you from SpaceX. I credit the X, formerly Twitter, for this viewing. Y'all take care, my friends. See you later. What you do, you into me, but I can't let it go so easily until I see what it could be. Could be a